Hello everyone, today we are discussing about the part 2 communication, most important 100 plus question. So let's start. Question number 190. Which of the following sources are sources of the verbal data? Option number B was the correct answer, B, C and D. ठीक है, semi structured interview and narrative interviews and focus group. So B, C and D was correct answer. Option number B. यहाँ पर डिटेल्स में आप लोग देख सकते हैं. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट important question. Question number 195. Identify the correct sequence of the types of the visual communication. फर्स्ट में आएगा, यहाँ पर डिटेल्स में देख सकते हैं, ऑप्शन नंबर बी वाज करेक्ट आंसर. ठीक है, फर्स्ट में आएगा ऑब्जेक्ट, उसके बाद आएगा मॉडल्स, उसके बाद आएगा ग्राफ्स, उसके बाद आएगा मैप्स एंड लास्ट में आएगा फोटोग्राफ्स. दिस इज द सीक्वेंस ऑफ द विजुअल कम्युनिकेशन. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 196. व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग आइडेंटिफाई द एज द वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन स्किल. ऑप्शन नंबर डी वाज करेक्ट आंसर, बी, सी एंड ई. Assertiveness, opening feedback channel and use of affirmative words was the correct answer. ऑप्शन नंबर डी. अगर और भी डिटेल्स में देख सकते हैं. ठीक है, assertiveness, opening feedback channel, use of the affirmative word, active listening and using the human to change the guidance and speaking clearly and consciously. These are the verbal communication skills. ठीक है, next question number 198. Which region of brain is involved our ability to learn new information, particularly if it is verbal. Option number D, thalamus was the correct answer. ठीक है, next important question. Question number 203. which are the following parameters of an effective communications. यहाँ पर डिटेल्स में देख सकते हैं. ऑप्शन नंबर ए वाज द करेक्ट आंसर, ए, बी एंड डी. ठीक है, freedom to see and hear what is here, and freedom to say what is think and feel, and freedom to dwell what is one feel what one feel. These are the parameters of the effective communication. ठीक है, next question number 205. which of the following are the exclusive example of the non-verbal cues that include the path, rate, pitch, rate, volume, use of the pauses. Option number D, paralanguage was the correct answer. Next question number 208. Efficiency of written communication depends upon. Option number C, D and F was the correct answer. Editing after writing and brevity in sentence and effective use of word. So option number C was the correct answer. ठीक है, next question number 211. which of the following example are which of the following is considered as the effective form of the verbal communication. Option number A, storytelling was the correct answer. ठीक है, next question number 213. the verbal communication technique used in the teaching as is slow expression of word was the correct answer. Option number A. ठीक है, a verbal communication technique used in teaching is slow expression of word. Next question number 214. effective oral communication demands on A, C and F, A, C and E was the correct answer. Option number D. ठीक है, self confidence, consistent practice and knowing the audience was the correct answer. ठीक है, ऑप्शन नंबर डी. यहाँ पर डिटेल्स में देख सकते हैं आप लोग. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 216. effective educational communication is. Option number C, continuous was the correct answer. Next question number 217. which of the following significant or signifies non-verbal communication in an essential way. Option number C, the dress code followed by an individual was the correct answer. Option number C. Next question number 218. non-verbal communication is mostly. Option number C, unstructured was the correct answer. Next question number 221. non-verbal communication is considered. Option number B, informal was the correct answer. Next question number 222. effective communication presuppose. Option number D, understanding was the correct answer. Next Question number 226. Giving non-verbal message is option number A. Spontaneous was the correct answer. Next. Question number 228. Non-verbal communication does not involve option number B. Silence. Next. Next important question 235. A system for describing and analyzing the teacher-learner verbal interaction is option number C. Interaction analysis was the correct answer. Next. Question number 237. The verbal audience would be least effective in the learning of option number B. Skill was the correct answer. ठीक है. And most effective concept, facts and relationship. ठीक है. And least effective option number B. Next. Question number 240. Nodding is a cue for dash communication. Option number C. Encouraging was the correct answer. Next. Now we are discussing about the intercultural and group communication. Most important question. Question number 241. In communication, connotative word have option number C. Cultural meaning was the correct answer. Next. Question number 242. Identify the sequence of the cultural barrier in communication listened to by expert. Listed by expert. Option number B was the correct answer. Symmetrics, word connotations, tone differences, उसके बाद आएगा differences in tolerance of conflict and लास्ट में आएगा मेथड ऑफ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट रेजोल्यूशन. यहाँ पर डिटेल्स में देख सकते हैं. ठीक है. लास्ट में हमें सिमेट्रिक्स, उसके बाद आएगा वर्ड कॉनोटेशन, उसके बाद आएगा टोन डिफरेंसेस, उसके बाद आएगा डिफरेंसेस इन टॉलरेंस ऑफ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट एंड लास्ट में आएगा मेथड ऑफ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट रेजोल्यूशन. दिस आर द सीक्वेंस. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 243. मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इंटर cultural communication is option number D was the correct answer. 3, 4 and 5. Power distance, individualism and gender role. Intercultural communications are the most important points here. Power distance, individualism and gender role. Option number D was the correct answer. Next question number 244. One of the contributor factors for the better atmosphere in the cross-cultural classroom situation is option number D. Gatekeeping of stereotype was the correct answer. Next question number 245. Sequence of the cultural institutions in communication. Option number A was the correct answer. A, B, C, D. ठीक है. Family, school, religion and mass media. So option number A was the correct answer. Next question number 246. Which of the following contribute for effective cross cultural communication? Option number D was the correct answer. Selection of simple word, taking turn to speak and maintenance of equity. So ऑप्शन नंबर डी वाज द करेक्ट आंसर. यहाँ पर डिटेल्स में आप लोग देख सकते हैं. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 248. डिस्टेंस इन इंटरपर्सनल कम्युनिकेशन इज indicates once. Option number C. Culture was the correct answer. Next micro expressions as a part of the classroom communication are option number D. Fitting was the correct answer. Micro expression as a part of the classroom communication are called fitting. Option number D. Next 251. Organizational communication can also be equated with option number C. Group communication was the correct answer. Next question number 252. Communication via new media such as the computers, teleshopping and internet and mobile telephony is termed as option number B. Interactive communication was the correct answer. Next question number 253. Evidence of cues in communication is dependence upon one's own cultural background was the correct answer. Option number B. Next question number 254. Which of the following not benefits of multiculturalism? Option number A. Enforcement of belief of the dominant ethnic group was the correct answer. This is not benefits. ठीक है. Value diversity, reduction and prejudice, negative stereotypes and discrimination, and provisions of equal opportunity. These are the benefits of the multiculturalism. Okay. So option number A was the correct answer. Next question number. Now we are discussing about the classroom communication के बारे में question. ठीक है. Question number 256. Correct sequence of the elements of the classroom speech is first में आएगा A introduction, उसके बाद आएगा description, उसके बाद आएगा conclusion, उसके बाद आएगा feedback and last में आएगा clarification. So option number D was the correct answer, correct sequence. Next यहाँ पर डिटेल्स में आप लोग देख सकते हैं करेक्ट सीक्वेंस. ठीक है. इंट्रोडक्शन, डिस्क्रिप्शन, कंक्लूजन, फीडबैक, क्लैरिफिकेशन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 257. डायमेंशंस ऑफ क्लासरूम कम्युनिकेशन आर ऑप्शन नंबर डी बी डी ई वाज करेक्ट आंसर. लेवल्स ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशन, intentionality and normative judgment. So option number D was correct answer. यहाँ पर डिटेल्स में देख सकते हैं आप लोग. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 260. In classroom context, when the innumerable meaning message emanate from the finite number of the linguistic signal is called option number C. Productivity was the correct answer. ठीक है. Next question number 261. The constructive context of effective listening behavior and classroom communication is characterized by option number A. Identify of the common ground, finding out the area of the mutual agreement and seeing the real issue. Also correct answer A, B, C. ठीक है. These are incorrect. So option number A was the correct answer. ठीक है. अब डिटेल्स में देख सकते हैं. Next question. Question number 265. In classroom, transfer the verbal and non-verbal signs back to the message is known as option number C, decoding. Next important question. Question number 272. When in a classroom communication, a teacher shows the ability to creativity and relation and analysis correlation and analysis, it belongs to the category of which of the following skills? Option number A, thinking skill was the correct answer. Next important question, question number 275. The concept fraction of selection in classroom communication is determined by the expectations of reward related to option number A, effort needs was the correct answer. Efforts need was the correct answer, option number A. Next question number 276. Which of the following will be make a student good listener in classroom? Concentration, desire to understand and humility to know was the correct answer. B, C and E. ठीक है. ऑप्शन नंबर डी was the correct answer. और डिटेल्स में देख सकते हैं. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 277. टू स्टेटमेंट दिया हुआ है. ठीक है. परसुएसिव कम्युनिकेशन by a teacher in the classroom is intended to make his or her version of information acceptable to student. This statement was correct. And statement 2, if it happens at the institutional level, the purpose behind it image building, it is image building. This is also correct. So option number A was the correct answer. Both statement 1 and 2 was true. Next question number 280. The cognitive dissonance in classroom communication is result of option number D, chaotic condition was the correct answer. ठीक है. ऑप्शन नंबर डी was the correct answer. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट important question number 290. Which of the following useful in positive component of communication skill? 2, 3, 4 was the correct answer. ठीक है. empathy, punctuality and follow up. So option number B was the correct answer. ठीक है. 2, 3 and 4. Next question number 291. Structured classroom communication can be categorized as option number C, group communication was the correct answer. Next question number 296. Dynamic efficient communication in classroom includes. Option number D was correct answer 4, 5 and 6. Balancing the interactive and static elements, brainstorming the procedure, and understanding the learner sociometry. So option number D was correct answer 4, 5 and 6, and these are incorrect. यहाँ पर डिटेल्स में आप लोग देख सकते हैं, ठीक है. Given below the sum classroom dynamics, activity centered, encourage of self learning, brainstorming procedure, balancing the interactive static elements, understanding the student learners sociometry, and learning by doing, and peer interaction. Next, question number 297. It is preferable to start the classroom communication with option number B, anecdotes was the correct answer, ठीक है. Next, question number 299. Which of the following modes of the communication can be employed in a classroom for effective teaching? Option number C was the correct answer. Iconic, associational, and symbolic. So B, C, E was the correct answer, ठीक है. ये वो देख सकते हैं, आइकॉनिक, एसोसिएशनल एंड सिंबल. नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 301. which of the following are the essential for good communications, good classroom communication? Option number C was the correct answer. Proper employment of redundancy and immediacy of feedback and non-verbal cues. So ऑप्शन नंबर सी वाज द करेक्ट आंसर, ठीक है. यहाँ डिटेल्स में देख सकते हैं, ठीक है. प्रॉपर यूटिलाइज ऑफ टाइम, urgency of feedback, non-linguistic gesture, understandable and meaningful, and using the simple words, and consider the criticism made by the student. So these are the essential good for the good classroom communication. Next, question number 302. Learner communication has relatively high potential of challenging. Option number D, long held attitude was the correct answer, ठीक है. Learner communicated has relatively high potential of challenge. Option number D, long held attitudes was the correct answer. Next, question number 303. Which of the following are the rhetorical technique for structuring classroom communication? Option number C was the correct answer, A, C and E. Relating the day's topic to student interest, and smooth transition or transition from one idea to another, and using the media to improve the quality aspect of the reception's message. So option number C was the correct answer, ठीक है. Next, question number 304. Communication in classroom take place in which of the following levels? Option number B, superficial meaning was the correct answer. Next, question number 305. Effective classroom communication can be transformed. Option number C, teaching learning process was the correct answer. Next, यहाँ डिटेल्स में देख सकते हैं, फैक्टर्स ऑफ इफेक्टिव क्लासरूम कम्युनिकेशन, यूजिंग द बेस्ट टीचिंग स्ट्रेटजीज, प्रिंसिपल ऑफ क्लैरिटी, यूज ऑफ द प्रॉपर टेक्नोलॉजी, एंड डेवलपिंग द मोटिवेशन, एंड इफेक्टिव यूज ऑफ फीडबैक एंड टू वे कम्युनिकेशन. Next important question, question number 311. Classroom communication is purposeful and pragmatic. C and D was the correct answer, ठीक है. Like a computer program is, it is incorrect, and directorial, it was also incorrect. So option number D was the correct answer, C and D. Next, question number 313. Which of the following theories can be applied classroom communication? Option number A, theory of social constructivism was the correct answer, option number A. Next, in a classroom, content produced for a specific user will lead to, option number C, personalization was the correct answer. In a classroom, content produced for a specific user will lead to, option number C, personalization was the correct answer. Next, 317. A teacher tells his student when you learn this, you will able to carry out your project. What does this communication suggested? Option number D, positive reinforcement was the correct answer. Next, question number 319. Dynamic classroom interaction can be effective managed through option number A, imparting the perceived meaning was the correct answer. Next, question number 320. A teacher who encourages the student participants in the classroom in communication will be ensured the self-esteem, classroom performance, and professional development. 2, 3, 4 was the correct answer, and opposite way view it is incorrect, and binary dist distractions it is also incorrect. So option number C was the correct answer. 2, 3, and 4. Next, important question. Question number 328. For an effective communication inside a classroom, teachers should be embrace embark upon option number D. Listener analysis was the correct answer. Option number D. Next, question number 329. Information overload in a classroom environment by a teacher which will lead to option number D. Delayed feedback was the correct answer. Next, यहाँ पर आप लोग देख सकते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 330. Facial expression of a student relate to the element of the communication process. ऑप्शन नंबर डी, चैनल वाज द करेक्ट आंसर. ठीक है, तो डिटेल्स में देख सकते हैं. Where the message its fullest form of the often generated up to 5 channel: face, body, voice, verbal content, and verbal style. ठीक है. Next, question number 332. When the classroom communication is circular, the teacher encoder will be a decoder or active decoder. Option number A was the correct answer. Next, question number 333. When the teacher an animated discussion between the teacher and his or her student in a classroom, it is classified as option number A, horizontal communication was the correct answer. Next, question number 335. In a classroom, use of the communication technology per suppose option number D, new form of the expression and application was the correct answer. Option number D. Next, question number 336. A sequential order of the element in a classroom communication is option number B, awareness, interest, evaluation, and knowledge was the correct answer. Awareness, interest, evaluation, and knowledge. Option number B was the correct answer. अब डिटेल्स में देख सकते हैं. Next, question number 340. In a classroom situation, a teacher organizes a group discussion to help arrive at solution of a problem. The term of the model of the communication is used. It is called option number A, transactional model was the correct answer. Next, question number 341. Peer group interaction in a classroom help in option number A, concept understanding was the correct answer. Next, question number 343. Which of the following elements a good classroom communication should be adopted? Option number C, concreteness, courtesy, and coherence was the correct answer. ठीक है. Next, question number 344. In the context of the classroom teaching, smile or tone when used to as the non-verbal cues tend to perform which of the following basic of functions? Option number C, substitute function was the correct answer. Next, question number 345. When the student place themselves close to certain communication sources, it is lead to option number B, selective exposure was the correct answer. Next, question number 347. Fleeting changes that occur in facial expression of teacher in a classroom are described. Fleeting changes that occurs in the facial expression of a teacher in a classroom are described as Option number D. Micro momentary moments was the correct answer. Option number D. Next, question number 348. Identify the correct sequence of the decoding process of the communication in classroom. Option number C was the correct answer. Sensory involvement, interpretations, and evaluation and feedback. Sensory involvement, interpretation, evaluation, and feedback was the correct answer. Option number C. Next, question number 349. In classroom communication, analogies are considered. Option number A. Supportive evidence was the correct answer. Supporting evidence was the correct answer. Option number A. Next, question number 350. Relational approach in a classroom communication comes from option number B. Interpersonal communication was the correct answer. Next, question number 352. In a classroom communication become the effective when participants are option number C. Active, empathetic, and homophilous was the correct answer. So 1, 2, and 4 was the correct answer. Option number C. Next, question number 353. Negative criticism. An element of the classroom communication will be leads to justification, defensiveness, and demotivation was the correct answer. Of 2, 3, and 4 was the correct answer. Option number A. अब डिटेल्स में देख सकते हैं, ठीक है. Negative criticism element of the classroom communication leads to justification, defensiveness, and demotivation. Next, question number 356. In a digital era, there is a fear of the classroom communication may result in the option number B. Over simulation was the correct answer. Next, question number 360. Special audience reproduction in a classroom can reduce the student cognitive load in understanding was the correct answer. Special audience reproduction in classroom can reduce the student cognitive load understanding was the correct answer. Option number B. Next, question number 361. In a classroom, the probability of a message reception can be enhanced by option number B. In establishing the viewpoint was the correct answer. Next, question number 363. Positive classroom communication leads to option number D. Persuasion was the correct answer. Next, question number 365. The typical features of the information rich classroom lecture is nature being option number C. Factual was the correct answer. Types of features of the information rich classroom lecture are factual, sedentary, staggered, factual, and sectoral. Next, question number 367. Most often the teacher student communication is option number B. Utilitarian was the correct answer. Next, question number 371. Classroom communication can be described as option number D. Discourse was the correct answer. Next, question number 375. Interaction inside the classroom should be generate option number C. Ideas was the correct answer. Interaction inside the classroom should generate the ideas. Option number C was the correct answer. Next, 376. Effective classroom communication of teacher depends upon there of three of the following four qualities. They are content mastery, clarity of language teaching, and consistency representation or presentation, and these are the correct answer. Option number A 1, 2, and 3. ठीक है, and complete portion in time it is incorrect. So option number A was the correct answer. ठीक है, यहाँ डिटेल्स में देख सकते हैं. Clarity, effectiveness of classroom communication depends on the content mastery, clarity language and teaching, consistency, and persuasion presentation. Next, Question number 378. What is the meant by the symmetric in classroom teaching? Option number C. Concentration or concern the verbal and non-verbal codes was the correct answer. Okay. Next, question number 379. Informant infotainment indicates. Option number C. Combining the information and entertainment content was the correct answer. Next, question number 381. Setting up the arrangement of the typical classroom in the student face the teacher encourage the communication which option number B was the correct answer. Gives more communicative power to teacher for control was the correct answer. There are various types of the seating arrangement in classroom: traditional, round table, horse shape type, double horse shape type, group pods and pair pods. Next important question, question number 392. Given the following component of the classroom, combination of the represent the classroom communication based, individual to individual, individual to group and group to individual was the correct answer 1, 2 and 3. Okay, and group to group was incorrect. So option number C was the correct answer 1, 2 and 3. Okay. Next, question number 395. Which of the following is the prerequisite prerequisite for the effective communication classroom communication? Option number C. Drawing the attention of the student was the correct answer. Next, question number 396. Which of the following not feedback loop in classroom communication? Creating the disturbance was the correct answer. Next important question, question number 400. The most preferable types of communication in classroom is option number D. Many to many was the correct answer. Next, now we are discussing about the barrier to effective communication. Okay. Question number 402. In communication, symmetric barrier refers to option number B. Varied connotations was the correct answer. Next, question number 403. Which of the following is physical environment barrier communication? Option number D. Time was the correct answer. Next, क्वेश्चन नंबर 407. लिस्ट दिया हुआ है 2, मैच द फॉलोइंग दिया हुआ है, ठीक है. करेक्ट मैचिंग होगा ऑप्शन नंबर बी. साइकोलॉजिकल, कोड, रिटेंशन, ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल फंक्शन, functional specializations and personal, here to challenge to authority, and semantics, use of the technical language. So option number B was the correct answer. ठीक है, correct matching. Next, question number 408. Sequence of the individual differences in communication is option number C was the correct answer. ठीक है, फर्स्ट में आएगा बिलीफ, उसके बाद ओपिनियन, उसके बाद वैल्यू एंड लास्ट में आएगा नीड्स. बिलीफ, ओपिनियन, वैल्यू एंड लास्ट में आएगा नीड. ठीक है, so option number C was the correct answer. Next, question number 409. again टू लिस्ट दिया हुआ है, ठीक है. लिस्ट 1 and 2. बैरियर ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन एंड डिस्क्रिप्शन, चैनल नॉइज, interference with the medium and semantic noise, language disorder and psychological noise. This is the difference process and entropy state disorder. तो डन, इस तरह के वीडियो पालेंगे. प्लीज सब्सक्राइब माय चैनल एंड थैंक्स फॉर वाचिंग.